All right, listen up because Mistral AI just dropped a massive update for its AI coding agent, and if you spend any time writing code, you're going to want to hear about this. We're going to break down exactly what Mistral Vibe 2.0 is, what's new, and why it might totally change the way you work. Let's dive in.
You just gotta love a headline like this, right? It perfectly sums up who this is for. Developers. The people who live and breathe inside the command line. It's a clever little nod that tells you right away this tool is built by people who get it. So here's the deal. Mistral Vibe 2.0 is officially out. And this isn't some tiny patch, it's a huge overhaul. The whole thing is now powered by their brand new, cutting-edge Devstral 2 model family. Think of that as the super powerful new brain behind the whole operation. So, what does that actually mean for you? Well, the whole theme of this 2.0 release is all about control and customization. Mistral is basically handing you the keys, letting you shape this AI agent to fit your specific needs and your personal workflow. It's about moving away from a one-size-fits-all tool. First up, we have something called custom subagents, and this is incredibly powerful. Imagine building your own little squad of AI specialists. You can create one subagent that's an absolute pro at writing deploy scripts, another that's a genius at reviewing pull requests, and a third that can just crank out unit tests all day. You build them once, and then you can call on them whenever you need them. So you're not just using a generic tool, you're using a team you built yourself. Okay, this next one, this is a huge quality of life win. We've all been there, fighting with an AI that just keeps misunderstanding what we want. Well, instead of just guessing and running with it, Vibe 2.0 will actually pause and ask you for clarification. It gives you a few clear options to choose from. It's a simple, smart way to collaborate, and it saves you so much time and frustration. Let's talk about speed. We all have those repetitive tasks we do a dozen times a day. This new feature, /command skills, lets you bundle those complex workflows into a simple, memorable command. Things like /deploy or /lint. It's all about making your life easier and keeping you in that coding flow state. You know that feeling of switching gears? One minute you're working on the front end, the next you're deep in a database issue. Unified Agent Modes is designed to fix that. You can set up different modes for each project or context, each with its own set of tools and permissions. It means you can jump between completely different tasks without having to reconfigure everything every single time. It's a massive time saver. And here's a small, but honestly a really nice touch. No more manual updates. The Vibe command line tool just updates itself automatically in the background. So you always have the latest and greatest features and bug fixes without ever having to think about it. Super convenient. Okay, these features sound awesome. So the big question is, how do you get your hands on it? Let's break down the plans and pricing so you know what's up. So, getting Vibe 2.0 is part of Mistral's Lisha subscription plans. You've basically got two main paths. There's the Pro plan, which is perfect for individual developers doing day-to-day work. Then there's the Team plan, which has everything in Pro but adds essentials for companies, like one bill for everyone and priority support. For most individual devs, this is the number you're going to want to remember. The LeChat Pro plan, which unlocks the full power of Vibe and the new Devstral 2 model, comes in at just under $15 a month. And hey, for all you students out there, check this out. Mistral is offering a full 50% discount on that Pro plan. That's a fantastic deal that makes these professional-grade tools way more accessible while you're still learning. But what if you're a real power user, or you want to build your own stuff on top of their models? Well, if you go past the plan limits, you can just pay as you go. You've got two API options, the full-power Devstral 2 model for the heavy lifting and a cheaper, faster, small version for simpler tasks. It's all about picking the right tool for the job, you know? And of course, for the really big companies with super specific needs, they've got you covered too. They offer custom enterprise solutions like fine-tuning models on your company's private code or even helping you modernize ancient codebases. It shows they're serious about serving developers at every single level. All right, let's bring it all home. We've seen what it is, what it does, and what it costs. Now for the best part, how ridiculously easy it is to get up and running. Seriously, getting started is as simple as 1, 2, 3. You install the tool from your terminal, you sign up for an account to unlock everything, and then you just type Vibe. That's it. We're ready to start building. And this right here, this is the magic command. If you've ever used a terminal, this will look super familiar. You literally just copy this one line, paste it, hit enter, and the installation just handles itself. It really doesn't get any simpler than that. And this brings us to the perfect closing question from Mistral. They've built this incredibly powerful, customizable tool that's designed to fit right into your daily workflow. They've opened the door and handed you the keys. The tool is ready to go. The only question left is, what are you going to build first?